Okay, hello everybody. At school here. God, let me start this. Okay, start the timer. Yeah, we're as the title says, we're gonna continue the second part of this case. I think this is the second main part of this case, but this one's a pretty long one. But we're right about the middle, eh? Part two of the middle. March 14th, 9:21, open air stage. I left Damas 2. I left the Damas 2 investigation to Francisca and returned to Bauble. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into the Bauble statue. Mr. Edgeworth... I don't know how to say it. Alright. It's okay, what's the situation? Oh, it's great. Investigating is so much fun. In other words, they had made absolutely no progress. We weren't goofing off, honest, sir. Let me just mess with this audio a little bit. I don't like a lot of these earphones. Okay. You've been investigating our hearts out. Very well then, would you care to give me an update on your investigation? Oh, we've had a really fun time, sir. I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir? You have permission to enter the Alabasti Embassy, is that correct? As a local detective, I'm helping out with investigations on both sides, sir. Good, in that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. Pieces of evidence. I suppose that's what they are. They belong to the lady under the pink princess mask. You're gonna give me that? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? The kind that was also playing the role of the pink badger yesterday. Yikes. Understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her. Okay. And if I don't, then I guess we'll unload them somewhere. He doesn't seem all that enthused to go find her, but I can't blame him. Interesting that some evidence can lose its value. I've never seen that before. I've never seen evidence that has lost its value. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either. What? Are you really gonna throw that autograph away? Yes, because that Steel Samurai was a fake. Aw, Come on, Edgy. Wait, what? What do you mean by fake? Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Alright. Alright, can I talk to you, Mr.? So you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? You must be tired. Here, with these, you can eat whatever you like. And these are? Oh, is that really, oh, cafeteria, huh? Discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern, however, these coupons do nothing for me right now. Okay. This open-air stage, what functions does it serve exactly? Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract that extra bit of attention to Bauble. I heard that tonight, over in the Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. You know what? Manny told me I should really give a speech too. Mr. Kochin told you that? Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. My god. How can I mess this freaking thing up? Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire that the Yatagarasu started? Exactly. Ambassador Poliano, I'd like to ask you a little bit more about the Primitive statue. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Adibas and Bauble used to be one country called Cadhopia? Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the Primitive statue belonged to the founders of Cadhopia. At least that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed onto the king of Cadhopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. Okay. Symbol of country's wealth. Sorry, guys. Okay. So, oh wait. Did I pause the game by accident? No, I didn't pause the game, I don't think. Yes, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. Wait a second. Oh, never mind. It's pretty petty when you think about it, though, I suppose. But if Oliboss and Bobble were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Premierk statue is even more important now as a key now to diplomacy. I wonder if Ambassador Poliano knows about what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. Alright. Sure, let me see that. Where is it? Where is that? Right here? Yeah. Does he know that it was used as a murder weapon? Ambassador Poliano, if you could please take a look at this for me. Are you really just gonna break up their diplomatic relations right now? Okay. The Premierk statue sitting at Oliboss right now actually belongs to Bobble. So it would appear. I received a call from Mrs. Von Karma about this earlier. Then you will understand why I wish to inspect Bobble's Premierk statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. It is definitely Oliboss' statue. I know because it's the real statue. Then you're saying that Bobble's was a replica? I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Bobble, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue is the real one. Okay. Alright. Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold shell. Even if Bobble were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought that being betrayed by my own secretary, the real symbol of wealth, would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? Interesting. Ambassador Poliano, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes? Oh, and don't worry, you can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to Bobble, yes? Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. Manny Kochin, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. He was an able man for a lot of things, I guess. Including smuggling. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in the smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. It sounds like Mr. Kochin had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny has been really busy. Since I became the Bobblese representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. Sorry, but what is the Country Unification Council? Oh well, you see, had tonight's event proceed without a hitch, our 2 countries were to reunify and become one again. Oh wow, that Carhopia was to become one with one again. Alright. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Okay. What can I ask you about the country's history, maybe? Oh, isn't that about our great embassy? Ah, how did you like our pamphlets? I feel indifferent about them, to be honest. I'm just using them as evidence. Oh, that's too bad. In that case, I guess we'll just have to try harder to make more charming ones. I just had a flash of inspiration. We should make all of our pamphlets into coupon books. This expectation of what a coupon is just a tad hyperinflated. Alright. Let's see what I can do here. Maybe I should try and talking to Gumshoe. The bush looks like the perfect place to hide some sort of treasure, you know. Ah, but there's no treasure inside those things. Too bad. Well, we do have a lot of treasure back in Bobble. Sounds great. I'll be sure to pay you guys a visit sometime for a 5 discount. How are you gonna get there? With open arms? They invite anyone with open arms, I guess. You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective. Well, I don't have much else that I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir. So, what did you find out? Ah, well, hahaha. I take it he has found nothing of any particular use. Yeah. Alright, let's ask you about that. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got something really interesting from Ambassador Poliano. Oh, and what is this something interesting? This, sir. What's that? Wow, that's so pretty. I'm jealous. That's a real treasure right there. Why does the flame burn green, Detective? So apparently if you burn the special white crystal oil that they only make in Bobble, it burns its green color, sir. And so there's some kind of chemical, right? That burns green there. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Bobble should the oil run out. Hey Gummy, what about these silhouettes? They stuck some cutouts on the inside of the lantern so I project the images. Oh? Silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? Okay, let me see here. Oh wait, I can't see it. I don't have it in my evidence. Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want to investigate. You to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much? Uh-huh. You got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff? Oh, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner. I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant. I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. Okay. Hey, they spelled that right, Willie. Hey, where are you going? Are you heading back to Alabast? Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened. Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country. What's the gist of it? Bobble's just as strict as Alabast. In their inspection of the people and the things that enter the country... Oh wait, meaning that somehow both murder weapons are smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries is actually in one of the embassies. You mean the fake Yatagarasu? Oh wait, no. That can't be right. There's no way one could go through that easily. Alright. In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this I'm sure. Yeah, only the Yatagarasu would be skilled enough to smuggle something. Okay. Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted? I believe it's the Rose Garden at the Alabastian side of the embassy. Alright. Let me just draw a symbol of the embassy. Right. I'm just gonna draw the embassy real quick, guys. Okay. The Rose Garden on the Alabastian side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of its boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least that's what I heard. That's where I heard the Yatagarasu had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the Rose Garden post haste. Post haste. I like how he uses such a archaic language. Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? My guess is that it's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it'll be of any use? There's a little water on it, but how did the water get on it? It doesn't look like there's anything that can get wet from around here. I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right? Alright, I'll find its owner later. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this? It's Mrs. Yu's perfume. Yeah, it's Mrs. Yu's perfume. It's the bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be of some use in tracking her down. So I kept it safe Oh, that is dedication. Thank you, it'd be honored to hold on to this for you. Hey, that's very smart of her. Okay. Alright. I think we should go to Alabast real quick. I think I'll be returning to the investigation all boss now. But I know. I'll go back to Bobble and do some more investigating there. Alright. March 14th, 9:58 p.m., Rose Garden. Alright, so it's at night. I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. Who is this? Oh, I thought it was a boy. Okay. How are things in Bobble? Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy and that girl. The investigation into Manny Kotan's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagarasu has. Ah yes, the Yatagarasu. Even now I find it hard to believe. A person who can't freely traverse between the two countries at will? Preposterous. Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where the witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagarasu. That's correct. Oh, there's the, But there was a shadow, and that's when the Yatagarasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just as suddenly it vanished. Okay. The Yatagarasu appeared. Oh wait, I gotta make sure I didn't pause the stream. Did I pause the stream? Alright, no, I did. Okay. After that, there was a fire at the Babalese embassy that the Yatagarasu started. I vow that not a single feather from the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence. Okay. We'll see. What is this thing? The statue bears a resemblance to the Primadex statue. It does? This plaque says King Primadex in the battle. Primadex was a king of Calopia, huh? In order to save the queen, King Primadex put his life on the line and went to war. So Primadex was actually a person of royal blood? I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend. I don't have coronavirus, guys. I don't. Okay. Well, what surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Seal Samurai existed. I suppose there's that too. Okay. Yeah. I suppose... Oh, that's interesting, huh? Steel Samurai was actually based on King Primadex. I guess he's a mix of Primadex and, like, old samurai. So this is where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. The stage was set up nicely, however, where was the audience supposed to sit? Perhaps they were supposed to sit around the edge of the pool? Such poor planning. If there was no place other than a spot or two by the pool, they really should have made seating arrangements, like how the gallery is set up in court. Indeed, you can sense that consideration for viewers was taken with these. So in the end, the speaker and his audience were to stand the whole time, huh? Yes, although I suspect the audience would have liked to sit down after a while. They must have just sat down on the ground, probably. Hey, what's up, Len? Have you finished checking out all of the bystanders? Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and one person ran a light, sir. Don't tell me you didn't find anything out. Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lang. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor, I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. After I left, did you receive a word from Ambassador Alba? We're to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of the day. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. Heh, as if I can be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear I'll find out the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. That's a very scary metaphor, I suppose. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Okay. Alright. Yatagarasu's appearance. I wonder if he knows anything about that. You were working at Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw the thief alright with my own two eyes. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna make the game audio louder. The Yatagarasu was always there, looking in the shadows. little quieter. Okay. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alva's speech, the shadow appeared. That's when cries of Istiadegrasu ran out. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got the area lit again, the Death Thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the inspection plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. That could be it. That could be the Adegrasu. One thing is for certain. The Adegrasu is here. So you're saying that basically all you saw was the thief's silhouette? Yes. Then you can't prove it, right? If all you thought was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else. Yeah. Good thinking, sis. You might just be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with that same shape. Sorry guys, I keep moving the microphone around by accident. Not among the staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow? That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. Alright, let me present something to you, man. There's gotta be something I can show to you. I don't think I have anything really to show you right now, though. Let's talk about the murder. No, we don't really have anything to say about that. I don't know what I can do, honestly. I wonder what they think about the Adegrasu's key. Agent Lang, I'd like to ask your opinion on this piece of evidence. Are you joking? You're asking for my opinion? Our mutual goal is to search for the truth, in which case will cooperation be best? Legacy says only cooperate with those who you can trust. Sorry, but I'm not one to place my trust in you prosecutor scum so easily. Take that as a no. Okay. There's some lights back here. There's an overturned spotlight here. When the Adegrasu appeared, the audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over, having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here. I thought to use my whip to catch the Adegrasu. However, there were people in my way and I was unable to land even a single lash. I suppose this means that some other poor saps were hit instead. Okay. A statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water. It says that it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primodax. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart. I opened my mouth about a statue and she somehow made the leap to that. So I guess that's what the Pig Samurai is based on, or the Pig Princess. There's an overturned spotlight here. Oh, okay. Have we checked this fully? There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating pleasant fragments. It's not just for aesthetics, the pool's water is also used in putting out fires. I see. Oh. The pool stopped filling itself automatically. The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. Yeah, it was used for the other fire. I guess we'll take some notes about it just in case. Oh no! Why was he in the fountain? How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry. Oh hey, Iggy, thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, the pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. Do you really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun? Yes, I do think that. Alright then, did you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess. But no dice? Come on, man. What? Maybe. Well, how then were you in the pool? So you know my son, right? Did you? You have a son? Your son? I guess I kind of lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him. You imbecile! How can you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyway? Oh, I guess Larry did get a son, huh? How old is he again? This is the first I've ever heard of son. Who exactly is the mother? Mother? Oh, that chick. The pig Oh, okay, he's lying. He's lying. It's the son in the play. The pink princess? Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's word for a bit there. However, I believe what he is looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son. I guess he's really into the LARPing, huh? You've given a whole new meaning to the phrase "an astounding fool." Larry, we have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. But rest assured that if we should find them, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search over there. Hey, wait. Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin. Really? The fountain spouts? Or the statues? I don't know anything. I expected no less from us to find support it. Now let's hear what you know on the subject. Okay. Well, it definitely wasn't for nothing that, it definitely wasn't for nothing that the whatchamacallit is here. Hold on. I'm not sure. What has that shape right there? What has that shape? I'm not really sure. Something in the water here. See, there's this spiky thing up here. And I'm not sure what could have that shape. There's this bush, of course. Can't be leaf, can't be light. Okay, maybe if it was turned upside down on his head, no. Shadow of the Yatagarasu. So the pool's been used recently, right? There's this pool, there's this bush. There's this bush right here. This is light. I think we might try and test out if it was the if it was a woman. I think this is like the bottom part, like up here. This part is like what the bottom of the shadow, and like that didn't seem plausible. I'll present it. I'll just present it. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. Is it not possible that was created by this statue? Are you playing me for a fool, my judgment? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to Shadow of the Yatagarasu. You are correct, however, this statue is but one part of the whole picture. Yeah. What do you mean by only one part? There's also a bush, right? Can I see the Yatagarasu shadow again? Can I see that? A bush, I suppose. I suppose it's one of these bushes. Take that. Oh, never mind. Not at all. For you see, I was merely testing you just now. And pause talk. Oh god, 3 whips. Alright, the Yatagarasu shadow, there really is only one thing that can explain how it was cast, and it must be this. I suppose it's the other statue. Yeah, it's another statue. The Yatagarasu shadow is made from the shadow of these 2 statues. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Made? What do you mean by that? I don't know how. Right now the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panic state. However, if you were to restore the light to where they were when the thief appeared, you believe that the 2 shadows will create the... Yeah. The Yatagarasu shadow? Yeah. Precisely. Now then, watch over to reveal the true form of this Yatagarasu. I'm not very enthusiastic with my voice acting. Okay. First, if we set up a spotlight to cast a shadow of King Primadox in the battlefield, the shadow of the king's statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage, right? Likewise, if we set up the king who spoke to love to King Primadox, her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage. Aha, so if we were to combine the 2 shadows... No, it doesn't look anything like it. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Because we gotta rearrange the lights. Calm down, Francisca. The way the light needs to be shone on the queen's statue is wrong. What do you mean by that? I believe that the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only needs one part of her shadow. Only one part? Yes, and that part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagarasu shape. Why didn't you say that in the first place? You're right, I apologize. What part of the queen's statue was used to complete the Yatagarasu shape? It's not her hands. It's her... It's like this part, it's her leg area, I suppose. Yeah. That would make sense if it was her leg area. That's the only part that's really like folded, right? And it looks like a butterfly. Take that. this is the. Oh, never mind. Okay. Mount Edges, why are you withholding the correct information from me? Please forgive my transgression. Okay. So mess up again. Okay. Her breast area? I guess her breast area. No. No, come on. What? I can't think of anything. Complete the Yatagarasu shadow. Alright, I gotta think hard about this. Shape. What would create this kind of shape? Let me see here. Okay, I'm taking this very seriously. I just gotta check out what matches up to that kind of shape. Not that. Not that. Maybe her hair. Oh god, why is this so difficult? I can't. I can only think of her frill, of this frill area. That's the only part I can think about. Like, this is the only part that makes sense.
Take that!
Are you serious? That's the only part that makes sense. Come on. Okay. I gotta draw something here. Right there. You need something that's shaped like that. But what is shaped like that? Nothing I can see here. It's not I can see, really. I can see her hair kind of being shaped like that. If you angle it at a specific angle. Not really, though. It's not her legs, it's not this, it's not her arm. Maybe it's her hand. I think it's her hand.
Take that!
Yeah, it's her hand. Hey, yeah, it is her hand, okay. 5 long, thin areas, right. Right, correct? Now what does that remind you of? That's right, it can only be the shadow of the Queen's left hand. Francisca, can we please adjust the spotlight's position? So that it only shines on the Queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. Hey, yeah, there it is. Yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand, and then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarasu's shadow had vanished, which means that the shadow was a contract from the very beginning. Interesting. So you see, the Yatagarasu never did visit Alibas tonight. Ooh. Yatagarasu never was in Alibas, huh? Interesting. Although it can be assumed that the Yatagarasu had an accomplice at Alibas. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. This accomplice. Okay. Who could have been an accomplice in this? Someone who was very intelligent, obviously. How's the investigation going? Yep, I knew it. Bad. Detective Bad, have you come to join us in investigating the Yatagarasu? I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagarasu, so yes. So, what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure, but you might regret it. We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So if you please, when people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed Abtelia Abajedi. Yeah, that's a lot of heart. She gave me an interesting picture. A journalist? Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is a photo I got from her. Whoa. That could be a piece of cloth, right? What in the world? The Yatagarasu is flying through the air. Well, that could be something else right there. I think it's probable that that is something else, not the Yatagarasu. It could be like a bird or something. The times, they are changing. It's not just man, but evidence, even they lie to us now. When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors. Right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. By this thing. These fountain spouts. It was taken from a nearby building that you could see the embassy from. I see, so this was taken after the fire. Alright. The blur in the picture took off from the Bobbly's embassy, flew over the boundary and headed for the embassy of Alibas.
Objection!
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight. Is that a fact? Come on. Yeah, I remember that one. Wait a second, really? I don't remember that one. For the pleasure. Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that too. Yeah, two actually. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagarasu took off from the Babalu's embassy, so I should start from there. Francisca, I need to return to the Bobble investigation for a bit. Alright. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building. Alright, I'm counting on you. Alright. Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation. Yes, let's... just go stretch. I'm sorry about that statue thing. That shouldn't have took me that long. That should not have took me that long. Okay. Alright, let's go back up here. March 14th, 10:37 p.m. Bobbly's Embassy Secretariat's office. To think, after all that running around, we're right back to where we started. It would appear that way. Hi, Mr. Edgeworth. Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Investor Poliano, but I have yet to find his killer. Then I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu. Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu is a noble vigilante who is only out to steal the truth. Mrs. Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright? Mr. Poliano. Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? Yeah. We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. And the backspace was also... If it will bring a smile back to Mrs. Faraday's face, and I will gladly answer anything. Thank you, Mr. Poliano. You're a total gentleman. Ha ha ha, you don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss. Hey, Sir Poliano. Those... Yeah, they got to show me off. You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin? We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person we spotted. Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that the person I was chasing is Mr. Cochin's killer. We don't know that yet. However, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Mrs. Yu is also somehow involved. I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Cochin's killer. Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved in this case. Speaking of the Yatagarasu mysteries, I received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bad. Uncle Bad? He's taking part in our investigation too? Yes, he's been chasing after the Yatagarasu for all these years. Uncle Bad. Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire. What? This kind of looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does this mean that I was chasing the fake Yatagarasu after all? I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people could fly either. But this could be how that person escaped. Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off. Okay. Yeah, let's stop bobbling. Okay, I'm sorry. Bobbling. Alright, so this window is clearly on fire. You can see that the Alabasta Embassy through this window. So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth? You can see it from here. I was there on the 5th floor. That's where Damask 2 was killed. What? You don't mean the Master Mask 2? Aw, poor guy. As a fellow second generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this. Even though Damask 2 was merely an imposter of the original? What was Damask 2's motive? We don't know that yet. Alright. The desk. It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire. There's more Bobbly's ink, right? I won't rest until I There's something here that was... There's like a case file, I guess? Probably. It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them. Bobble, yeah. Bobble sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I can call it the Great Thief Coupon. And what kind of discount would that net you? The 5-finger kind, what else? And I'll steal an extra thing or two for the bear. Things such as... the truth. What else would I steal? Yeah, that's what the Yatagarasu does, baby. Okay. What I wouldn't give to have many of your coupons right about now. Steal some coupons. It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached. Alright, more of those. There's clearly a newspaper there, but we're just gonna ignore that. Manny Cochin, his name is written here on this nameplate. Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office? Yeah, that is very strange. I suppose it's to inform people in case they watch it the wrong mistake. Do you think maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget? Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to sit a nameplate on one's desk. True. Okay, this part's open. That's a little suspicious. It would appear that this desk all fell victim to the fire. What did it look to? It was Oh, I think we could rifle through this jar a bit. I suppose we really should take a look. Alright, I know what that is. That's very similar to the other thing. This thing. The mask note. Yeah. The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found. Oh, that's a notepad, huh? Hey, you're right. What is it? It looks like something straight out of Monument Valley. Oh yes, that notepad is a souvenir for someone in your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see? Yes, I do. You do seem to be quite passionate about it. Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you. Are you sure they haven't yet been burned to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Poliano, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note. This looks like Manny's handwriting. I see, in that case... Oh, did you figure something out? The note was found in Alabasta. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Master Mask 2, so he must have taken it from here. The Mask 2, then this note, yeah, it was taken from here. Yes, it was a quest from Mr. Kochi for Master Mask 2, to steal the Primonex statue. The second. I don't know why I keep saying 2, I should say the second. Okay. Maybe... okay, it's a quest to steal the Primonex statue. Oh, so he was hired. Who knows why he would want that? Who knows why he would want that Primonex statue so bad, though? And I think this could be the a piece of paper from the souvenir thing. No, that didn't look like it. What? Manny tried to steal Alabasta's Primonex statue? We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Kochin? We do. Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you. I'll have to ask to take a gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this. Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue? There's one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you could tell me would be of great help, Ambassador. Okay, I'm gonna ask him about that. Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask you about your movements before the fire broke out. Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about? Which one? There's more than one tonight? Yeah, there was one at the Alabastian side, I suppose. Huh? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at the Bobblebees Embassy tonight. What a bother all that was. 2 fires, 2 murders. It's crazy. Wait, but the only fire we know... Oh, is the one after the Jammy Ninja show. Well, the first occurred at the start of the Jammy Ninja show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire. Not wanting to cause a panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it internal. Then the fire after the Jammy Ninja show was the second one. Oh, I don't know. Then the fire after the Jammy Ninja show. Then the fire after the Jammy Ninja show was the second one of the night. Exactly. So the fire I witnessed was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make reference to the first fire? Yeah. When was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires, on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out. Alright. So then that could have just been a piece of debris, right? Piece of debris. So then what was the extent of the damage in the second fire? The second fire was contained to this floor, the 3rd floor. Okay. Okay. The 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fire on the floors above that caused it. That's... how should I put it? A very bad stroke of luck. My office on the 5th floor, Manny's office here, and Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye. Interesting. I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Poliano. Oops, look at me going on and on. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask again? We were discussing what your actions and whereabouts for today were, and if you happen to know what Mr. Cochin's actions and whereabouts were as well. Yes, very well. Let's see, I've been quite busy all day from morning until now. First I woke up and then I brushed my teeth. After that I had a roll for breakfast. We don't need to know all that. Wow. Dang. Yo, I didn't know Edward could be so sarcastic. I know he could be so sassy. Oh, he was like a condensed version. Alright, I can give that for you. Alright. So what did Mr. Cochin and you do this morning? Well, originally we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the Gemmy Ninja, but Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office. You helped clean Mr. Cochin's office? Why were you not cleaning your own? Well, I think I forgot to mention this, but my office is currently undergoing renovations. Which is why both the Primonex... I think you did mention that, actually. Which is why both the Primonex statue and the Bob-Elise knife set are down here. See. Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed. Oh, yo, you might need those files. I bet cleaning up the fireplace must have been a real pain, though, huh? Oh, about that. I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out. I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me. An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of a secretary's anger? Oh, he was very good at being very mad. Why, even just this morning he got mad at me. I spilled some Bob-Elise ink on the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. He got mad at me, saying that I should treat the ink with more respect. Wow. I guess you're the real subordinate. Apparently orders go up the chain of command around here. That's about it for what we did this morning. Just some cleaning. Being an ambassador and all. Okay. Now then, if you tell me what you and Mr. Cochin did this afternoon. Well, Manny and I went down together to the Theatrum Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone. So they were together until the start of the Steel Samurai show. That is kind of suspicious. A little while later, after I had to straighten myself up a bit, I returned to the theater, because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show. There was a commemorative photo op at the end. It was a fantastic photo of the three of us, Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor, and to prepare for my handshake photo op with the Gemmy Ninja. He seems to be rather overworked for Ambassador. When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out, and I escaped down the stairs. Oh, okay. So... And that's when Manny Cochin was murdered, right? But it's kind of weird that his corpse was burned. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out. So you didn't see Mr. Cochin again after the start of the Steel Samurai show? Yes, that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying there in an eternal sleep. See. Ambassador Poliano, I thank you very much for your help. I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there's anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright? Alright, Joffrey. I believe that you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Cochin hired the mask too. Actually, I fear it might be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as part of today's event. Because of the Yatagarasu and the fire here, that got cancelled, didn't it? Haha. I'm actually relieved the rest of the event had been cancelled. For you see, Bobble's statue, well, it's just a replica. And did Mr. Cochin know that about Bobble's Primonex statue? Of course he knew, that's why he was the only person I could consult with. We'd have to do something about as what's our own statue was revealed as a replica. Oh, okay, so wait, Bobble's statue wasn't a replica. As to be expected, I was very nervous today as this would impact our country's authority. Yes, I understand. Well, when I told Manny my concern, he said, "Let me handle it, it'll be alright. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunite Cutopia." At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw that note, I realized he was serious.
Hold it!
Mr. Kochin conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you are the next Cutopian ambassador. But why was he trying so hard, I wondered? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was, or will be. I don't know the answer to why he was trying so hard yet. There's something suspicious about this, freaking Primarch statue. That is scary. Can I ask you about that again? I didn't understand. Oh, okay. All the statues are replica, huh?
Hold it!
That makes sense, right? Because if the real thing would be a lot heavier, I think. Alright. Here's the Mr. Coach's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all itself to tell the tale of his murder. There's something near his body, though. Right here. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire. You could tell because the inside wasn't burned, right? Yes, and thanks to the safe fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved. Aren't safes great? They always hold a wonderful promise of treasure to within. Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. Interesting. A fireplace, huh? So Bobble's offices have them too. Two? There's a fireplace in relatively the same location in the Alabastian office. However, we found something there I'd rather not recall ever again. Oh no, this shirt. You can't believe it because you're it's like a dream come true. For Edgeworth. If it was that traumatizing, why don't you just create new memories of the fireplace? You can climb inside and we could play. That is a good point. There might be this fireplace might have a seating compartment too. And come out covered in soot? I think not. You really have no sense of fun, Miss Edgeworth. Okay. Looks like all the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. I just don't believe it. Murder on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Altagracia. I think the arson might have been a separate thing. Like, I don't even think it was arson. It might have just been a mistake. I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf. You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you could buy virtually everywhere? You can't buy them anywhere. Each one specific to the location has its own value. Why is she punching in the air? And items that have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all. But could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that? No, because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. True. Unless you kill them. I won't have to take another look at this Primarch statue. So this is the real Primarch statue. This is really valuable, right? That's what they say. This isn't the real one, right? No way, Mr. Edgeworth, I wasn't thinking about anything like that. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue is worth. Quite suspicious to me. Maybe we could use some logic here. I'm not sure. Is the undergoing renovation from Park Bottom? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I'm thinking about the renovations. What could the renovations even be about? Wobbly's embassy is undergoing renovation from top to bottom. Okay. From top to bottom. So that means the fireplaces must have been renovated, right? First. They must have done something about the fireplaces. Shut up. Shut up. Okay. Shut up, man. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go back. Okay. I'll talk to him again. Maybe I just have to present something. I'll ask him about the Prima statue. This statue resembles that hero, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, what would you say to change its name to the Steel Samurai statue? This might attract a few more tourists to our country if I did, right? I thought that thing was a national treasure. Alright, Yeah, what could you say about this lantern? Babalese ink is supposed to be white crystal oil. When lit, the oil in the ink burns a bright yellow gleam. It makes for a great science experiment. Here, try it with this. Yes, well, I understand your enthusiasm, but the amount that you gave me earlier is enough. I see, that's too bad. And Yo. He can, get him out of thin air, I guess. Alright. Alright. It's Babalese ink. There's a bottle of Babalese ink on Mr. Cochin's desk. And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink. Mr. Poliano, it looks like your precious Babalese ink is alright after all. What? That's odd. Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Okay, so if the Babalese ink burned, it would give off a greenish color. Well, it's just that there's something strange about the ink. Would you mind? It's highly flammable, I bet. Okay. I wonder if you might tell me what you noticed about Mr. Cochin's bottle of ink. I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, and when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by the roaring green flames. I know why.
Hold it.
The fire was green. What was that? What was the cause? The ink. Well, white crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern. And Babalese ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green. You know, maybe the ink was used to light it on fire on first. I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire, so that's why I was surprised to find out there's still a pot of ink left on his desk. In case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery. I think we know why, though. Alright. Oh, here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested? Yep, got it all right here, sir. Here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you, after all. What is all this, Gummy? It's all the information on the room that I got from the embassy and Interpol people. Now we know exactly how this room was before and after the fire. Good work, Detective. Oh, it's nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk. I wonder how. Okay. Wow, you two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad. You mean? As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day. Well, don't you worry, I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm going to become a good Yatagarasu, just like my father, right? Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it is a truly wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust. You bet. So what now, Miss Hardworth? Well, I'd like to ask you for a favor. Yes? That gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? The thing you call your secret weapon. You mean Little Thief? You're coming to rely on it, aren't you? I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for my investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered in the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire. Oh yeah, we finally have a use for this. Dark skies of evening. Do you really have to say that? The Yatagarasu. Now witness the true power of a real modern day Robin Hood. Okay. seems that there are other things besides what the ambassador mentioned that have changed. It's possible that we might find the escape route for the person case I used as well. Some sort of light show I was not told about? Recreating the room with the info I inputted. Really? This is certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday. Okay, so the fire was here, but it gradually spread all throughout the room, I guess. And the clock was moved. The grandfather clock. It apparently in a different position before the fire. According to the staff members, the clock was flush against the wall before the fire, sir. Which means that most likely it was moved by someone during the fire. Speaking of which, it's totally 11 o'clock now, but I don't hear any chiming. Oh, that's odd. We're still chiming right on the dot of every hour this morning. Maybe the fire damaged its internal mechanism or something. Ambassador Poliano, may we take a look inside that clock? Detective Gumshoe, if you could please inspect the inside of this clock. Blood. Mr. Edgeworth, I found this inside, sir. It looks like a length of wire, so this is what caused the clock to stop chiming. And just, why would you even want to do that? In the first place, yeah. Ugh. Why would someone do this to such a valuable clock? It sounds like it was Mr. Poliano that put the fire in there. And perhaps it was Mr. Coaching Killer who did it. Alright. The missing knife is here. It looks like one of the Bobbly's knives was already missing before the fire began. So it would seem, especially since the other two knives' handles were burned away. The remaining handle was swapped out with the handle from the real murder weapon, and Bobble's national treasure was stolen. Poor Bobble, don't you think? Not sure I would lump the replica statue in with the rest of Bobble's woes. Yeah, they definitely have a lot more on their plate right now than just that stupid statue. So Bobble was really into pushing the tourism industry, huh? I think that's the flag of Bobble up there. I don't think that really matters. Okay. Do you already have a destination in mind? Well, ideally I'd like to go somewhere where I could continue my thief training. Well, if you want to learn the fine art of stealth, perhaps you should visit the studio where they make the Jammin' Ninja TV show. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, that's in California somewhere. I can't believe she took me seriously. Okay. Up here. Fireplace, huh? But there's something on top of this. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. Oh, yeah. Alright. Who was that okay. We've already had this conversation. Come on. Well, this thing is definitely odd. It was turned over during the crime, during the struggle. Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting in it? No, I'd better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times. Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes with gloves, right? That's because I am a prosecutor, and it's a part of my job to examine. Is that true? I'm pretty sure that's not how it actually works. My job is to be a great thief. Which is exactly why you are not allowed to touch anything. Okay. You can see that. All right, we've had this conversation before. All right. I think what matters here is the stuff on over there. The stuff on near the crime scene over there. Right here. If we can try and replicate this stuff. It's the charred remains of the falling ceiling fan. Oh, that makes sense. Well, I've seen a few of those before. They spin around and around and play music. They play music? I mean, I guess you can interpret it as that. I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies. Yes, that's it. But they're nothing alike. They're totally alike. They spin those babies right around like a record baby. I see. I guess I can see how you might think that. Okay. These must have been the large screen frames Ambassador Poliano saw. No wonder you couldn't get in. Okay, by the time you came into this room, had the fire already been put out? Yeah, the fire... that's odd, right? That the fire was already out. it's not like the fire put itself out. And this fire in here only burned from the time the fire started on the 3rd floor. Oh shit, I gotta make sure I'm not pausing the game. Alright, I'm not pausing the game. I guess Mr. Pollyanna was just lucky enough to run into this fire as it was burning, huh? Yes, you could put it that way. And since you were the first to discover the body, you can assume that no one else entered this room until that time. No one other than that person you were chasing, of course. I knew it. That person I saw was definitely up to no good. I mean, that person could even be Mr. Koji's killer. This is very likely to be the case. After all, that person came into this room before you, and must have chosen this room precisely because because they knew no one would be in here. Okay, then maybe the green fire was where it was to prevent anyone from coming in. But then, what did the person set on fire to make the green flames? Well, whatever it is that person burned, it made a rather sizable fire. And since the fire is green, well, we've seen something that burns green, right? Yeah, the ink, obviously. Crystal oil. It's a bit tinier than these flames, but you get what I mean. Yes, and I do believe that what you're thinking is exactly why these flames are green. Yeah, we've already established that. We've already established this, dude. Why are we trying to prove this? We've already established this. The silhouette lantern. Its green flame comes from the white crystal oil it's burning. Yeah, that's the fire I was thinking of too. I love the green it gives off. I think we've now established that the green flames were caused by the white crystal oil. Or the white crystal. Furthermore, that's a funny name, I suppose. Not really, but I'm just trying to make conversation. We know that there is only one thing made from white crystal oil, the ink. Yes, precisely, as we found out earlier in our investigation. What? I don't get it. Can you fill me in, sir? Fine, I suppose. I'll explain it to you in a way that even you can understand. This is a thing made from white crystal oil that Ambassador Pollyanna was mistaken about. The ink, right? Because it's counterfeit ink.
Take that!
Wobbly's ink is made from white crystal oil. Oh, so it should burn the same color as the flames in the lantern, right? Yes, precisely. However, the green flames in this room were not from a bottle of Wobbly's ink. Because we found the ink Mr. Kochin used on his desk, right? Yes, however, we know that Mr. Kochin was smuggling the ink in massive quantities. Now, what do you suppose he made using all that ink? Fire. I believe what he made with all that ink is the answer to what gave birth to the green flames. He was making white crystal oil. Oh yeah, I'm beginning to really feel the energy coming from you, Mr. Edgeworth. It would appear that I finally found it. The smuggling ring's real goal. To burn stuff. This is the source of... Fires broke on the ball today. Mrs. U's perfume definitely could have been used as that too. Not passion flowers. Counterfeit bills. That would explain all the bills. Were those bills over there? I'm not sure. I think I see some bills in here. I think these were where you burned for... Yeah. What would consume that great of a volume of ink to make? That would be the counterfeit bills that the smuggling ring made are circulating in Zhengfa. You're kidding? You're saying that it was Mr. Kochin who made the counterfeit bills? I am. I believe you could even go so far as to say that he stole Bobble's printing press. Ambassador Mr. Kochin had permission to freely use the printing press, correct? Oh, not Ambassador Mr. Kochin. Why yes, and I do remember seeing him use it in the middle of the night. But never did I think he was using it for such a foul deed. Ambassador, because of your secretary's crimes, you will need to be investigated as well. Ah yes, I suppose so. We've caused a bit of trouble for a few countries, haven't we? It's my duty to search out all who shielded Mr. Kochin and concealed his crime. For they are the ones who started the fire in order to destroy the evidence. Okay. Where are the counterfeit bills? There's something behind here. I think those might be the bills? I'm not very sure. So I guess I should present this to you, right? The counterfeit bills? I can't believe that Babalu's ink was being used in such an evil scheme. And if people were to find out, that would really tarnish the global image of Babel. And this is really bad. Really, really bad. Oh, Babel's in a bind now. Is it just me, or do his words not match his facial expressions? Okay. It appears that the desk has already been changed. Yeah. Okay. I'm being dumb right now. By examining things I don't need to. By examining things I don't need to. Can I talk to you, sir? Can I examine this? What is this thing behind the chair? I don't have any logic, right? That I can use? Okay. What am I gonna do? Detective, you took part in the initial Babel investigation, correct? Yep, sure did. I also helped put out about fire, sir. I had a tough time because it was in use. If I hadn't remembered to use the stairs at that point, I'd have been burnt to a crisp. Wait, that's odd. We always warn our staff that in the case of a fire, it's dangerous to use the elevator. Well, I guess Gumshoe's just an idiot. Maybe someone put it in a fit of panic? Maybe. Maybe it could be the killer. Detective, did you see the Yatagarasu that came into the Babalu's embassy at all? I didn't personally. And the other staff members told me they never got a good look at the person either, sir. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more about what you discovered, Detective. Alright. During the fire, what you saw. The second fire broke out around the time the Yatagarasu was spotted in Alabasta. That's also when a suspicious person was spotted in Babel, which caused some panic. That is conflicting. So no one was able to get a good look at this Yatagarasu that entered Babel? Yeah, all they saw was a mysterious person wearing a long coat. But that's not enough to make a positive ID, you know? Still, it was enough. It was enough to make the people who received the calling card panic even more. The person in a long coat sounds like the exact same person I saw. The Yatagarasu that appeared in Alabasta was proven to be just a fabrication and shadow. In light of that fact, the Yatagarasu that appeared in Babel was also suspect. You can't be serious. Not when we're this close to capturing the fake. I mean, Callisto you. So the Yatagarasu appeared, caused mass confusion, killed Mr. Kochin, and then disappeared. Alright, what did you see, mister? By the way, detective, why did you not chase after the Yatagarasu? I did. Well, this embassy is huge, sir. I got separated from the other staff members I was with, and was lost for a while there. You didn't even memorize the layout of the building you were to guard, detective? I'll be sure to do that from now on, sir. But you know, it was thanks to me being lost that I was able to come to Kay's rescue. Oh, is that a fact? Yeah, it was when I was lost and wandering around in the third floor hallway, sir. Well, you didn't really come to Kate's rescue because she was still suspected for the crime. Did you really do anything though? When I heard a scream, I headed towards right away. Well, that's probably when I found Mr. Coach's body. Yeah, I thought it sounded like her, so I got really worried and ran as fast as I could. It was thanks to Gummy that Mrs. Sheena wasn't able to take me away. Oh yeah, that's true. Hey, that is true. She was pretty good then. You covered for me until you got here, Miss Edgeworth. Oh, I see. So it can be useful once in the blue moon. Still, it's too bad that Agent Sheena got here before I did. I wonder where Agent Sheena was before you found her here. Well, just before I got here, I saw her coming out the room next door. Weird. Agent Sheena mentioned something about chasing the Yatagarasu herself earlier. Well, she apparently helped in putting out the first fire. Then during the second fire, I heard she was busy chasing the Yatagarasu. She seems to be a very dedicated agent. We would do well to learn from her. Why are you pointing at me when you say that, sir? We examined everything in this office, but there's one thing that bothers me. Ambassador Poliano about it. Ambassador Poliano, there's something I'd like to ask you about. Where are the counterfeit bills? About this office, it appears to me to be very similar to Ambassador Alba's office. Yeah, except for the interior decoration. For example, the location of the fireplace and the position of the grandfather clock. It does seem like this would be more of an ambassador's office than a secretariat one. Well, that's right, you've also paid a visit to the Alabastian side of the embassy. Our two embassies are actually used to be one. That does, so it used to be that you could travel freely between the two embassies if you were in one or the other, right? They're connected. Yes, I know. Even the pamphlet mentioned that. Which is why the building is bilaterally symmetrical. So no matter which room, the location of the fireplace and the like are exactly the same. Even where the art is located is the same, as my room is currently under renovation. We worked hard to make Manny's room look like the ambassador's office. You mean for your handshake photo with the Jammy Ninja? I guess they never got to do that. And who's the Jammy Ninja anyway? We still don't know. I mean, what's a photo like that worth if it's not taken in the ambassador's office, right? Bobble's obsessively competitive spirit with Albus, I take it. Yeah, shouldn't they want to be together? It doesn't make sense, really. Technically, the countries should want to be together. Thank you, Ambassador. That piece of information is all I need to connect the dots. Connect what's dots? Well, anyway, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. Alright, we can use logic now. Thank you, Edgeworth, for telling me. Okay, bilateral symmetry, connected fireplaces. The fireplaces must also be connected here, too. The Alabasti and Bobolisa sides of the building are symmetrical to each other. As we know that to be a fact, then this room's fireplace may also have a secret passageway. Secret passageway? In Alibas, the fireplace turned out to have a revolving back wall. A revolving wall? Sounds like something out of a ninja house. What is a ninja house? Wow, there was a trick like that built in the fireplace, sir? If somebody else holds that kind of secret? What other kind of secret? Like, what other kind of secret could it hold? I mean, yeah, I mean, it also holds a smuggling secret, too. But we already established that. There seems to be a lot about this room that you don't know about, Ambassador. There seems to be a lot that you don't know about. He's not very in the know, I guess. He's very naive. I guess it's time to pay the bill for letting Manny do so much work for me. Please, I really want to know about the real Manny and what you know about this room. What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Let's get to the bottom of this. Agreed, and my first thought is it's likely that the killer used a revolving fireplace. It looks like just another fireplace. Oh, doesn't it? So, the X at the thing. Oh, I see an X back there. Sir, let's see what happens when I push it. You scared me, sir. There's something about this fireplace that lies in contradiction to the facts. Oh, but we found an X where you thought there'd be one, right? We did, but that's not what I was referring to. Something is missing from the scene.
Something is missing from the scene. What? What could be missing, right? All I see inside this fireplace is started wood. Oh, that's odd. It doesn't match up with how Mr. Polino said earlier. Starter wood. Okay. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yeah, it is. It's definitely the fact that there was a fire here. We're doing the Gem and Ginger show. Spilled Bobbly's ink onto the back wall while burning fires in the fireplace, left ashes there. But, so the wood must have been replaced. They didn't want people to find traces of the files. They're probably important. Ambassador Poliano, you said that you burned some old fires in this fireplace today, correct? Yes, I burned quite a few this morning, actually. And after you did, you forgot to clean out the ashes from the fireplace, correct? That's right, but why are you asking, and why are you making such a scary face? I'm sorry, I admit I am a bit intimidating when I'm serious. In any case, take a good look at this fireplace and tell me what you find out about it. There's an X. An X? Where did all the ashes go? We can use that logic to figure that out. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't really think that Ambassador Poliano is lying, do you? No, there's no reason for him to lie. And I don't believe this testimony is wrong, either. It is the fireplace that is causing the contradiction. I wonder if you might update the fireplace suit for me. You got it. I'll add in the ashes from the burnt files in. Sounds like we've pretty much figured everything out now, huh? Well, it was nothing. All I did was follow where our leads led us. Oh, I sense it coming on. You're about to dazzle us again, right? Oh, you mean that? Well, it's what Mr. Edgeworth is known for, you know? Dazzling. He's known for being dazzling, alright? There's really no need for you two to dance around the name of what I'm about to do. I'm about to be awesome. I'm about to be badass like I always am. Edgeworth is awesome. It's my favorite character. Okay. Revolving fireplace used. It's possible someone used the revolving fireplace wall. I need to examine it more. I think the missing ashes have were near the is because of the revolving fireplace. The missing ashes should be on the other side. Yeah. Let's go. The reason as to why the ashes are missing is simple. It's not because someone cleaned them up, right? No, because even if someone did sweep them up, the fireplace is too clean for that. Ambassador Poliano said that he spilled some Bobbly's ink while he was burning the files. And yet there's not a trace of the spilled ink on the back of wall anywhere. Well then, I don't know what happened. Well, I'll tell you what happened. The two sides were switched. By using the revolving fireplace wall, the ashes were moved into the neighboring room. Which means that this is a clear indication that the fireplace was used. Yeah. Yeah. Then you mean the person I was chasing disappeared from this room through there? That could be it. Yes, I believe the person you were in pursuit of is Mr. Coach's killer, and after committing the murder, escaped through the fireplace. Oh. We already know who the killer is then. It's really this girl. It's really this girl. Wait. It's really her. I have, but this is only the beginning. Now I have to chase the killer down. And I can do that right now. That's crazy. Can we determine that right now? Yeah. If the killer used a fireplace in this room to escape in the next, that definitely incriminates Sheena. And it's only logical for us to talk with the person who was in the next room. Well, the person that was in the next room was... Oh, it was that person. That person, definitely, yeah. Yes, Detective, Agent Shiina. Alright. It's looking more and more like Shiina is the killer, isn't it? Let's not jump to conclusions yet. We need to go through what we know so far. She came running straight into this room from the next one and instantly accused you. Furthermore, she claimed that it could only have been you that killed Mr. Kojin. I don't have any proof yet, however I know she is hiding something from us. She's hiding something. Okay then, why don't we go ask Miss Shiina herself? No, not yet. There's something that needs to be done first. Detective Gumshoe. Sir, is it my turn to do something, Miss Edgeworth? Finally. Yes, I have a 2-part special assignment for you. A special assignment. Maybe you can get a raise finally. Finally, it's time for the raise. Oh, okay, I'll get the lab boys on that right away. Second, I want you to see if you can fit through the revolving fireplace wall. There's no way you can. No, next decade. Edgeworth is such a funny man, no. Of course now, we need to test your hypothesis. Go on, Gummy, you can do it. Alright, I'm going to do this like a real man. You got it, dude. He should be, watch him get stuck. Really did turn. It's so neat, now I want to try going through there too. Really is a secret passageway through here, I had no idea. It would appear that the ash really was pushed into the other room. Furthermore, the Bobbly's Incuse Build Ambassador is there on the back wall. Okay, here I go, sir. Yeah, it's the Bobbly's Ambassador. I'd like you to go up there under the same conditions as the killer. So you want to go to the left side. Round through. Yes, sir. Okay, so now we pretty much have the whole picture, right? No, not yet. There remains a few more mysteries to solve. Like if the door was locked in the other room, such as the Yatakarasu's whereabouts, the other smuggling ring members, 2 weapons that made it across the border, the key Mrs. Yu sold 7 years ago. In fact, we haven't figured out a thing how Mrs. Yu is related to the embassies. Another piece is connected in a complicated way in this case. It's almost enough to make one completely mentally exhausted.